So I guess continuing from my last discussion there, as we're just kind of killing guys here and doing whatever, to me it's such a ruiner to me that you can't play a morally gray... You can't play someone that goes down the middle. You have to play one of the extremes so you have a chance at using some of these great items. I mean, some of the great items require light side 2 or dark side 2 or something like that as you go up. I can only assume it'll get more and more. And I just feel that ruins stuff so much. So I'm a little bit surprised BioWare would... When the game is about storytelling, one of the big things in MMORPGs is to quote-unquote min-max. You don't want your character to suck in a raid. So you can't play the character to the story if raid items that might drop dictate how you play your character. If that makes sense to you all. I guess, you know, if you're looking for a solution, because I always hate that idea of just bitching about something without looking for a solution to it. My solution would be titles, well, let me talk to this duder. I think maybe you're looking for the same thing as us, right.
Are we talking about the same necklace here?
She is crafty one. Spy.
You'll forgive me if I don't take your word for it.
As linkes passi viki vasas. As apis maste nimiagas rupas tis a.
Sounds like you could use a professional.
Irsogomos gratai aptikte iruprit vertini savasia sav.
Where are these scavengers?
Tindas nas bava dalev. Aja paslaptis grea naras tingas vagas.
But yeah, it's fine to make story a great element, and they have. They really have made the story interesting for me, except that one element. Because then, some decisions that are somewhat morally gray, you can't make. You can't make a good decision on something. You have to decide what BioWare decides is best for you, light side or dark side. And to me, you completely throw away what's the point of having, you know, a story as a critical element if you just throw it away. If you throw away the moral decisions in a story, you know, you're first of all, that's BioWare. I mean, and they really do. They've set up some great moral decisions for you. I think a lot of you will be very, very happy with some of the stuff that they've come up with. Wow, this thermal detonator is pretty awesome. Of course it is, Toegoff. It's a thermal detonator. Damn. Don't F with me. Uh-oh. Someone who can actually survive a hit. Did I nut kick someone? Oh, I want to nut kick someone. But that's really my only major complaint that I'm trying. Bam! Nut kick. That's really my only major complaint about the game, and well, let's be honest. When you're criticizing the storyline of an MMORPG, that's not the worst thing in the world to criticize. There's some other stuff that you know, I've obviously had some issues with, yada yada, but to me, that's the leading thing. That they're fighting themselves. I don't see how you can have an alignment system that works off of items, you know, and good quality items. You know, we're not just talking cosmetic stuff or even upgrades. We're talking good items, armors and weapons and such. And I feel what it does too is it's going to force people to make decisions on stuff that they might not want to. Like, I should be free to level up my character the way I want to. That's the point, this story. But, you know what, I'm sorry, our guild doesn't need a dark side trooper. We need a light side trooper. We already have a dark side trooper. That
You're
problem.
certainly not a resident here, and you're no separatist. You must be that hotshot freighter Captain Vidu described over the holo. He didn't tell me how gorgeous you are. I find your people irresistibly charming. These poor, starving ladies and I are very grateful for the supplies you've brought. If I wasn't so exhausted, I'd throw you a party.
What are all these women doing here?
Their husbands died defending Talaran against the separatists. Poor things. Now, I look after them. Vidu said you're seeking information on a particular separatist named Skavak. The only place to find personnel data like that is at Manet Point. I used to acquire quality goods at a discount on Manet Point. I discovered all manner of shortcuts through the island's warehouses. I kept detailed schematics of every maintenance passage and tunnel there. Unfortunately, I had to abandon those schematics when I fled Manet Point.
You've got a brilliant plan, right?
I always have a brilliant plan. That's why I'm still alive. My schematics are still in my former home. However, I short-circuited the building's door and sealed it shut when I left. The only way to reopen the door is by disrupting Manet Point's power relays. Once you gain entry, you'll find my schematics cleverly disguised as an extraordinarily tedious treatise on birdwatching. Don't worry, I'll teach you the code I use to conceal my schematics. You won't die of boredom reading about rare waterfowl. Now pay attention and listen carefully, because you really don't want to hear this twice.
Server shut down in 15 minutes. I don't think I'll be able to finish this quest then.
And replace every mention of the Mantelian flutterplume with the number 3. Did you get all that?
I nodded off once or twice there. You weren't kidding about the boredom.
Imagine how dull it was to write the blasted thing. Once you read my schematics, the way into the Separatist computer station will become clear. Unfortunately, that only solves half your problems. The Separatists encrypt all their files. You'll need special equipment to decipher their data. That's Vidu's area of expertise, not mine. I'll take those supplies now, if you don't mind. These poor ladies could use some cheering up.
This party is all yours.
Indeed it is. Life here may be perilous, but it has its benefits. Be a sport and kill some separatists on your way out of here. Goodbye, Captain.
Enjoy. Yeah, if the servers are going to be shutting down for some maintenance in 15 minutes. And people are going to bitch about it because, you know. The other interesting thing that I found... Oh, these guys all have mobile cover. Well, they had mobile cover. The other thing I find interesting about games like these is people talking about, I don't think it, I'm not going to pay for a game that's pay to play, and which is entirely in your rights. You certainly don't have to. I didn't realize how expensive something like this would be, though, till I started working in a data center. There's a lot of costs you might not think about. Facilities people. You need someone there to fix air conditioners. You need someone there to maintain your networks. You need someone there to maintain your servers. All of that is very, very expensive. So even the obvious costs of development and stuff, some of those costs can really, really pile on very, very quickly. But let's sell some crap off. And gray stuff is crap that you can just, whatever, get rid of. Let's use this. Stamina. I think the fix for this was Control U, and then Control U. Uh-oh. Did I screw it up? Yes! Okay. Yeah, that's a known bug that they have and a simple fix. Oh, did I miss the stolen medicine in here? No. Where the hell is the stolen medicine? That's interesting. Oh, you know what? It's over here. I got you. So it's not actually in this area. Seriously? Oh, you're actually tougher. I'm gonna nut kick you. Is it up? Interesting. Not sure where the stolen medicine. Oh, hello. You cannot kick droids. That's legal. If not a little bit silly, it is legal. I think the medicine might actually be outside of this place. Oh, yeah, and the recuperate. Bink! You badass smuggler. Yeah, it's outside of this fortress, that's why it didn't show up in here. My mistake. Again, as a beta tester, you are looking for bugs, you are looking for issues. Folks, a lot of you can stop asking me for extra beta keys. I do not have any. I was never actually giving a beta key. Because I'm a quote-unquote full-fledged beta tester, it was my account that was triggered for it. They selected my account, so I never actually got a beta key. I got a lot of messages like, hey, I really need a beta key, do you have an extra one? I wish I did, I do, but I don't. Actually, we'll just keep this going then until the server shuts down. It's only about 10 minutes anyway, so... Ready? Whew! And chuck. But yeah, the cost behind MMORPGs can be a little bit more than I think people might realize right off the bat. But again, you know, it's what you like. Some people don't mind paying those costs. I'm obviously one of them. Other people do. No, there's something I find very relaxing about MMORPGs. And then just... I don't think I've ever had more fun in games than with an MMORPG. World of Warcraft was fantastic. I love that too. Like all these people, oh, World of Warcraft, worst game ever, friggin' stupid, it sucks. Actually, World of Warcraft, you know, I kind of agree now that it wasn't the game that it was, and I haven't played it since the last I played of it was Wrath of the Lich King, and I kind of lost my fun of it then. But it really was a great game. Look how many people played it. Just look how huge of a cultural hit it became. Obviously, it did something right. And then the obvious, what are the criticisms? Oh, this is a WoW clone. Yeah, not so much. You know, it's just WoW in space. No, it's not. There's a lot of similarities, but granted, WoW took a lot of similarities from other games too. That's kind of how the MMORPG market works. That's kind of how business works. You look at things that are successful and you try to improve upon them. I think you will see, you know, this storyline thing is pretty neat. I think you'll also see the companion system is pretty revolutionary, so to speak. Romanceable companions in an MMORPG. Haven't really seen that before. Might be out there, but to be honest with you, I've never really seen it before. And I'm sure someone has some game that they can think of that has it, but and of course people bitching. This is the internet. Is there anyone out there, like internet company or gaming companies that are actually like great for server maintenance and such, or anything like? Oh, hello. Hi. I'm gonna throw a thermal detonator at you, and I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. Oops. Kick. Thermal detonator at your ass. Now, I'm curious though. I think this game will do very, very well. I think it's coming out at a pretty good time. I think it's coming out right now in a market that's looking for a good MMORPG. And I think it's a good MMORPG. But we will certainly see what happens. Level 5? What? Nonsense. There we go. So what does this thing give me? So I'll lose some cunning and endurance. But I'll gain some pretty significant tech power and some max damage, especially at this level. 10 is pretty significant, so we will take that. Server's going down in 5 minutes. Nah, it is what it is. It's like dog years. Yeah. I hate people so much, I really do. People think I like people. No, I hate people. But no, I'm excited. A lot of people have also expressed some interest in like playing, you know, in the same group that I do, you know, guild or something like that. I've brought it up before, but I guess to reiterate points, I know I've brought it up before, but to reiterate points, I will be leading a guild come release. I will not, however, have any say on who gets in and out of the guild. I talked with a good friend of mine, Kalash. I will be leading the guild with him, but we decided that probably the fairest thing to do is that I would have no say over who gets in and out. That way, we're not looking at hurt feelings that, you know, whatever. There's some people who, you know, we've already kind of put in that, some of my core League of Legends group and things like that, but, you know, beyond that, you should let the community know that, right. You know, beyond that, we kind of wanted to keep it as a good, serious guild that can actually go far in the game. And you can't really do that in a guild if you let anyone and everyone in. I'm not really using the cover system too well. When you get to... Actually, it's not in Coruscant. It's like a space station right outside of Coruscant. but... And you do need to be level 10 to get it, so, you know, if you go there before level 10, you know, obviously you can still progress with the game, but... Neener, neener! Neener, neener! 3 minutes. So we'll crash out, but... Hope you guys are enjoying so far. I've played through really only 2 storyline beginnings. And I guess where I call beginning is getting to Coruscant, you know, playing past this introductory period, you know, where you're basically 1 to 10. So I've played through the Jedi of it, and I've played through the Trooper of it. The Jedi I've actually taken the farthest. So, I figure, you know, we'll come back to this, and we'll take this guy up to level 10, and, you know, if I'm still beta testing and have extra videos and whatever, we'll try someone out. I might try out the Imperial Agent next. I know a lot of people have been asking about that one. But I did want to get a video of this smuggler story up. And I'll crash out at 1 minute. I kind of like to log myself out, only because I don't trust servers going down on their own. I work in a data center, I know what happens. I'd rather log myself out and it be safe and secure, even though I'll bet it is. You know, own personal preference. We'll do it right outside the house for this dude. Alright, folks. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video of whatever you decide to watch. Thanks for watching, folks.